back in body. Oh. Ooh. All right, let's get to some sore arm, almost pull down slash rows. All right, time for some close grip cable rows, and then we'll contrast that by doing some wider grip T-bar rows next. I think that'd be good. Let's see, I don't know what to put on. I'm gonna go for that. Get my music. Whew. A few more of those. That feels great. One more round. All right. All right, let's get into this. This has been a go-to for the past few back and by days to end the back portion, mostly because I'm just not big on deadlifts, especially now. I definitely prefer them much more for hamstrings, but just some lower back work for both stabilization and strength reasons. So I think it'll help overall with injuries, injury prevention. So go ahead and finish with these.
Get it, boy.
All right. Ooh. I almost forgot. I promised T-bar rows, but my back is too cooked. So we're finishing on these and getting the biceps. Oh wait, I didn't change the weight. More. All right, I don't know why, but you know, I've talked crap on this bicep machine on channel before as being a bit awkward, and me not yanking out feels too much. Well, I'm gonna be completely honest. It has felt good these past 3 times I've used it. Last back about a arm day earlier this week, and then in the mood for it again today. So if it keeps feeling this good, she might be back in the rotation. Oh, what's going on? All right, let's get into some single arm cable curls. Yeah. We're gonna do something a little different here with these. So I'm gonna lay down into a spider curl till failure. I'm then gonna get up, push up off the bench, straight into a more strict and light barbell curl. The main reason for this is I don't know if I can do the 70 or the 80 like I normally do for the barbell because of that front delt. So I'm feeling if I pre-exhaust here in this superset with spider curls and then go straight into a bicep curl. Be perfectly pre-exhausted. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful superset. Let's just do a few more of those. Oh. Oh. All right, we're gonna finish this back and by day with bicep focus pull downs.
Oh my gosh. Are you talking to yourself or us?
How come I didn't think this one through?
All right, last set of these, we'll just do 3 sets of these. Biceps are super pumped. Even forearms are really pumped too. But that superset was freaking brutal. So I only need a few of these and we'll be done. All right, see you in the car. All right, I'll try to keep the car talk on the shorter side, much like myself, because I already know this is going to be a long video that ended up being an hour and a half long back and by day. So typically if our workouts fall at about that length, it is one of the younger videos on the channel as is. So definitely don't need to drag it out on you guys with too much. Then I just don't have a lot to say. So why drag it out by trying to think of things to rant or ramble about? All of that being said, that might have been one of the best back in by days we have had. At least I know for me, this is how I feel. I can't speak for Brandon, so I have had in a hot freaking minute. I don't know, I feel like when it comes to back and by day, I've been kind of going through the motions. I haven't come in and felt energized to hit back and by. So I'm thinking taking that time off. So 4 days off, 4 or 5 days off, and then hit an arm day. No, sorry, my first day back, we had chest day, an arm day, a leg day. So I haven't hit back in a week. Is it? What? Yeah, it's been over a week because last back day was last Sunday and today is Monday. Right? Yes, sorry. So it has been 8 days since that last back day. So I guess that time off just like reinvigorated hitting back because it's been, so typically because of the rotation, we're hitting back and by every 4 days. Everything's going to get every 4 days, right? So chest try gets hit, 4 days later it's getting hit again. Shoulders gets hit, 4 days later it's getting hit again. So, so on and so forth. That's just how it is set up. It is a 4-day, what is the word I'm looking for? Program, I guess you could say. But it's programmed out for 4 days, and then it restarts. And then typically, most people would probably have a rest day or 2, and then it restarts. But we just don't typically do that. Maybe at 26, I should start thinking about that, since I'm not blasting gear or SARMs or peptides or anything to recover faster. But I don't know, I just love the gym too much. The shoulder thing has me definitely thinking about it more. But that being said, shoulder really didn't bother me today too much. But yeah, that had to have been one of the best back and by day workouts I've had in a long time. And I think that time off just reinvigorated my love for just working out in general instead of certain days. Because, I definitely have a favorite day, right? For me, leg day will always be one of those days I love no matter what. Even with my knee issues, even when there's days I come in and can hardly do anything because of my knees, I typically still look forward to getting to hit legs. So legs is probably my second favorite now, but it's up there. Chest and tri, definitely I always look forward to. I don't think there's a day I've ever come in and been like, oh man, gotta work out today. Nah, if it's chest and tri day, we're hyped, baby. And then I'm going to be completely honest. I'm kind of going dog on them real quick. Back and by day and shoulder day were kind of tied, where I always came in very meh about it. Now, I definitely had days where I was more psyched to hit them than normal. But I feel like they've both been, especially for a while now, very going through the motions, especially shoulder day. I'm definitely more likely to have a back and by day where I'm kind of invigorated and full of energy and ready to hit it. And that typically has way more to do with the bicep portion than the back. Let's be honest, it isn't the bicep portion that's dogging down the ranking in my head of what day is my favorite. The bicep portion is the best part. But shoulders, for sure, I've always been I don't know, it depends on what gym we're at. There's a gym in a town about 40 minutes from here that we haven't been to on the channel, but we've been to twice, gotten day passes at, and it has this really nice shoulder press machine and a really nice lateral raise machine where you put your arms underneath the pads and you just raise it that way. And days like that, I typically get more excited for a shoulder day. At Tan Fitness, they have at least those 2 different variations of shoulder press that are both probably, they are the top 2 for sure. If I had to rank shoulder machines in the area, those are the top 2. They feel the best, the weight moves the best. Everything about them feels perfect. It is both a perfect plate-loaded variation and a pin-loaded variation. I love those machines. They feel good on my shoulders. They're adjustable for the depth as well. Both of them are, so it's just perfect. But unfortunately, with Cuba's gym, the one we just left, if you don't know what I'm saying, the gym we just left, it's Cuba's Get Fit Gym. So I typically just say Get Fit or Cuba if this is your first video. But the gym we just left, at Cuba, there's one shoulder machine. One. And it's a shoulder press. It's pretty old. It's really not that great. If I'm having what's going on right now, any shoulder discomfort, that shoulder press is the worst thing you can do. It does not feel good. If you're feeling fresh and up to it, it's fine. It gets the job done. It feels decent. But as the only shoulder machine in the building, and then you're just stuck cycling through the same movements of dumbbell shoulder press, barbell shoulder press, dumbbell lateral front and side raises, cable variations of those same raises, face pulls, cable reverse flies, dumbbell reverse flies, and that's it. There you go. There's your shoulder days. Do a variation of those movements, or maybe up the intensity and do less movements, but you're stuck cycling through those same core movements, and it does start to feel repetitive. And I get it, the gym is repetitive, truly, but normally it's like, I can come in and have a chest day where I focus. You can have a chest day where I still hit 6 exercises: free press, free cable, or sorry, free fly, but all 6 of those movements, depending on how my joints feel, how I feel personally that day, how busy the gym is, could all be literally on one cable stack, or just on cables in general. You can have a day where you do nothing but free weights. You can have a day where you do nothing but machine. You can have a day where you mix all three, which is typically what happens. But there is variation to be had, right? I can come in and I can choose between a machine, the Smith machine, free weights, and barbell on if I want to hit decline or flat bench. I can choose between Smith, free weight, and an actual and barbell if I want to hit decline. There are chest flies and cables and dumbbells for flies. There's this massive variation. Same thing with back. We don't have to hit cable rows. There's a T-bar row machine. There's dumbbells. You can do barbell. There's so much variation. There's definitely way more options for pretty much every other muscle group. And then there's shoulders. Unless you have a gym that has a lot of unique shoulder machines that kind of change up doing those specific movements, it does kind of get stale. And so I guess I was kind of just at that point with both back and shoulder day, which means now I'm kind of looking forward to shoulder day. Because I even came in today with that same mindset of, it's back and by, we'll see what happens, go with the flow. Whatever the workout turns into, it turns into. I didn't even plan it out. I had a few exercises in mind, and they were all the bicep exercises, because of course they were. Because that's all I care about on back and by day 9 times out of 10. It's not even intentional. It's just typically what hits my mind first is what are we going to do for today's workout? Ooh, I know I want to hit this bicep exercise. But we got in and we started hitting the pull downs and having those 8 days between back workouts. I didn't even go as heavy as I normally do on pull downs. I went wider, more controlled, and literally I had just done that to warm up. That first set was just going to be a warm up. And I was going to up the weight. It felt so good. The contraction felt I felt everything in my back contracting on the way down, stretching on the way up. It felt so good. I was like, I'm going to keep this weight and just control it like that, and then just take each one of those sets to failure. I don't think I felt lat pull downs like that in forever. And then the same thing with the pullovers. We hit pullovers almost every back day, if not most. And I do firmly believe that they are a fantastic lat exercise, and you should try to have them in your rotation, in your arsenal for back training. I do. I'm not a big fan of the dumbbell variation. I've tried them. I find it uncomfortable, especially because I am a very big, not only pushing weight, but getting a deep stretch guy. And I definitely feel it in my shoulders trying to get that deep stretch. Compared to the rope, I can fully relax like my scapula and my lats and let my hands go behind my head, and even my shoulder blades kind of come back behind my head, and I get this really big stretch at the top and then back through. And even those hit different today. And I did use the same weight I normally do, but almost every part of the back workout felt phenomenal today. Just outstanding, better than it has in forever. In fact, I went heavier on the single arm than I have in forever. I went heavier on the rows than I have in forever. And the lower back machine felt phenomenal. I think I got more reps with the same weight than I normally do. So overall, just a great, fantastic workout. And then the bicep part was just as good. And the most beautiful part of the whole workout is we wasn't even planned out that way. It wasn't intentional. 5 back exercises, 5 bicep exercises. Each one of them felt just phenomenal. So we're looking at 10 overall movements, and then since we only did 3 sets of that last bicep exercise, you're looking at 39 working sets. You split that as 20 back, 19 bicep working sets. Just a phenomenal workout. We haven't gone that long or for that many sets on back and bi in a hot minute. So it was just a good workout. No complaints at all. If anything, I named a few weeks back, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember at this point. But one of the more recent back and bi days, I labeled as perfectly balanced back and bi, and it wasn't. I think it was 4 exercises and 3 exercises. Today was truly the perfectly balanced back and bi day, and it kind of feels like it too. I feel at peace the way Thanos felt at peace at the end of Infinity War when he sat down when it was all said and done. That is me right now with that back and bi workout. Him wanting to accomplish balance, perfectly balanced as all things should be. I feel that right now. I feel the feeling of, oh gosh, there's a certain word I'm looking for, but I'm just feeling how he felt at the end of that scene right now. I am perfectly satisfied, content, accomplished, whatever. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, but it gives a great workout. So I've yapped about this back and bi day enough. So, all of that being said, I can't say it enough. It was a great workout. Loved every second of it. So, if you liked the video, like it. If you made it this far and you aren't subscribed, go and subscribe. You made it this far anyways. If you want the best supplements in the game, best supplements on the market, harder than last time supplements, htltsubs.com. Link is in the description. Use my code JS15. Save 15% off your order. If you want merch, link is in the description. If you want to go follow the TikTok or the Instagram, if you've watched anything I've posted on YouTube Shorts, maybe you found the channel that way. All of that content gets posted there first. Link for all my socials, except for my Facebook. Y'all ain't getting that. That is personal. But all my socials are linked in the link in the description. I love and appreciate every single last one of you. I truly do. I never thought in my life when I started this channel that we would hit 100 subscribers. I never thought in my life that some of the videos have 500 views on them. I never thought in my life that some of the shorts and some of the just the crap posting content, we were kind of just joking around and having fun. But some of the shorts have 1, 2, 3, 4,000 views on them. And I get it, that's the nature of the internet. Some things just go viral. It depends on how the algorithm takes it. My 2 most viewed videos, I would say, are my probably most YouTube algorithm pleasing, most YouTube content creator looking thumbnails and titles. It's the trained shoulders, Mike Menser's video, and the thumbnail had Mike Menser above me doing a stupid surprised face with my shirt off, and then Jeff Nippert on one side, Mike Israetel on the other side because I kind of talk crap on both of them for a joke. And then me hitting said, some of the exercises. No, I'm wrong. It's just us on, and then like a dark background and big tags. But I mean, it's just that's like the most like YouTube thumbnail I've done. And then the other one was the "Am I just a fat Sam Sulik copycat?" And then I would have his logo behind the same face of me from the other thumbnail, because that's probably just going to be my go-to stupid face for thumbnails. So I take a better picture for it that I ignore. But that same picture, and then on both sides of me is Sam Sulik hitting chest and try, because it was chest and try day. And then there's me hitting it as well on both sides. And then it literally says, cheap copy. And so those are both like my most like, this looks like a thumbnail that would please the algorithm. And that wasn't even my thought process in the moment. It was just like, as I was creating the thumbnail, it's like, oh, this is what someone else would probably do. This is like what I've seen on YouTube. I'm going to channel that energy and actually build like a good thumbnail. And the algorithm took off of it, and it probably has the most YouTuber titles as well. So sometimes you just get lucky, but it's just more than I thought would ever happen, more than I deserve. So I love and appreciate you guys. You are the reason I do this. It started off as a more self-centered thing where it was just so I had videos to look back at, so I can say that I captured the journey, and so I had something to look back on as I do this. And now it's like you guys have hopped on, you're coming with me, and you're on this ride with me, and you've been nothing but supportive, nothing but faithful. It's like you've all hopped on. If you comment, you're positive. If you comment, you're uplifting. One of you even left a comment giving advice about my shoulder, which I had already been thinking it's probably impingement, and I need to hit some reverse flies and kind of try to work it out. And then one of you commented that. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not crazy. I'm glad me describing it that way, because I've kind of dealt with it before, not to this extent, where it bothered me for a whole 2 weeks, but I've kind of felt it before. But leaving advice, being encouraging, you guys are awesome. And even if you just watch the channel for the car talks, to use as a podcast, I can't imagine anyone doing that. My voice is annoying, it's terrible, but maybe some of you do, and that's whatever you do. If you're just inspired by me, right? If maybe you just want to take a quick, maybe some of you do what I do sometimes. I'll click on someone's video and just do quick scrolls through the video and stop at every exercise and see what they hit that day, and maybe copy part of their workout, or maybe just copy the workout. So there's no shame in doing that sometimes. So some of you just watch the videos and go, oh, that looks like a good workout, I might try that sometime. Or, oh, that was an interesting superset, I might try that for myself sometime. By all means, I don't care what reason you find enjoyment out of the channel. I'm just glad that some of you have, that people have. I was never sure about starting the channel. I was never sure about doing any of this. And there's days where I look in the mirror and I watch the videos while I'm editing, and I look at the scale and I go, I don't deserve any of you to be subscribed or to stay subscribed, because I don't feel like I'm far enough yet. I don't feel like I'm where I should be. Sometimes I doubt if I can make 160 by June. And to be honest, there's this part of me that kind of doesn't care, because I've said from the beginning, I'll either do 2026's competition or 2027's. And to be real, I do feel like some things need to come up. I feel like I need to get my shoulders up. I need to get my quads up. So part of me is like, can I do that before 2026? The goal is still to try to be 160 by June 2026. In case I'm completely wrong, and I am happy with the look, and I did the show. But even if I'm not, I want to get down to that weight so I can actually see myself peeled down, see myself not obese for the first time in my life, and look at it and say, is this stage ready? Am I where I want to be? And if I'm not, even if I'm 160 in time for the show, if I'm like, man, my quads are too small. Man, turns out my pecs are way smaller than I thought the moment you scrape all that fat off of them. Man, my arms are even smaller than I thought. Oh, my shoulders are non-existent. I want to take that year to literally just main gain, if not do a slight bulk, and then cut before 2027's show. I am trying to actually be smart about it. Because at the end of the day, this is my first and possibly only bodybuilding show. But it's a bodybuilding show. It's a transformation show. So I don't want to just have a crazy transformation. I also want to actually put in the effort and the time and the care to build and bring the best body that I can build, the best package, bodybuilding package I can build. And there's part of me that even now, before I can start to see even more imperfections, because as I wean out, I'm definitely going to start seeing, because think about this. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I go, man, my arms are freaking huge, especially with a pump. I'm like, dang. Measured with a pump, 17 and a half. Measured without a pump, 17-inch arms. The moment I'm cut down for a show, I'll be lucky if I still have 15-inch arms, right? So I might think, yeah, my triceps are actually the best part of my arm. I might cut down, turns out my biceps look better. I don't know yet. That's the thing is, why do you think bodybuilders stay a certain body fat percentage year round? You can see the imperfections, and you can adjust them throughout the year, and you can focus on these weak points. You can't do that at 25-30% body fat. You can't do that when you still have 40 pounds, 50 pounds to lose. You can't. According to a BMI, which I know the BMI scale is retarded and it doesn't count for anything. Sorry, Tim Rawls. I shouldn't say that word. Might summon Tampon Tim. But, frankly, but it's like, you can't do that. There are some things that I'm just consciously aware of, because I know my legs aren't massively round. My quads aren't huge for a guy who is overweight. So I already know those need to come up. Even once I have a smaller waist, I do not think those are where they need to be, because they're going to lose size 2, and I already feel like they're behind. So I think it's safe to say my quads are behind. Same thing with my shoulders. I'm not lean by any means. So, there's fat on my shoulders that you could argue, well, you don't know. But I mean, I pretty well look into my shoulders and look into my shoulders. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I look at my shoulders. I'm like, man, those things need to come up. They suck, brother. So, there's a lot of work to be done. Captain Obvious, yeah, dude, you're fat, and you're claiming you're going to do a bodybuilding show. But all that being said, I promised a short car talk and I failed. I'm sorry. Turns out I had a lot to talk about. But all of that being said, love and appreciate you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same PP time, same poo-poo channel. No. Cut that out. See you tomorrow for Chest and Try.